Hello everyone, this is Joe the Orange and welcome to part 2 of Tier 7 units. And of course it's the Gladiators, possibly the strongest Tier 7 unit in the game, and they have been strong for, well, since I can fucking remember. They're just amazing. The reason being is they come with 2 unit orders, one in the form of chase that increases your speed by 6%, which is amazing for chasing down those ranged units, etc. And then you have dodge, which increases your melee defense by 40%. And it's on a short cooldown and a long duration. It's almost always up. And your melee defense when fully upgraded is already 100. And then you chuck that on top, chuck that dodge ability on top, it's fucking ridiculous. And then you go into Oath. So when you first engage in combat, you press dodge and then Oath, and your fucking melee defense is so ridiculous. You can take on any sort of infantry, heavy infantry, in the open, any fucking thing, because they can't hit you. Of course, there is one commander that will give you a bit of trouble, which is good old fucking Leo with his shield bash. But apart from that, you will usually chew through anyone. So as you can see, it looks like there is a fair amount of enemies up in this area. But that's fine, you know, I'm fucking Scipio. Unfortunately, he did get a charge on me, so I quickly removed chase and popped Oath. But then I get a counter charge, which hits for a fuck ton and drops her morale by a large margin. And there goes the dodge Oath, so now it's very hard for them to kill that unit without charges. Of course, the original plan was to get around the back and pop Warcry to get them to retreat, but unfortunately they have even more units than I originally thought. So I laid down that third Oath, and then I just wait for the points to fucking roll in. And once you have pressed all 3 of your Oaths, there's a range of things you can do, such as have a wank, or maybe go eat some dinner. You could go get fucking hammered, you know, smash down a few fucking Coronas. You know, there's a bunch of shit you can do. Probably don't do it in that order though, because that's fucking disgusting. At least wash your hands. You've just had a wank, then you go have dinner and have a few beers. That's maybe do dinner first with a few beers, then you can have a wank. Another thing to consider when you are leveling Scipio is invest all your points in Warcry and Oath. Not so much the other abilities, unless you plan to play Cav with Scipio. So now that that unit's out of Oath, I just get that recharge in, you know, finish those barbs off, give them a bit of a fucking clean up, and then I'm on the chase for these, since I don't have Oath anymore, I'm just on the chase for ranged units. And I try to ignore these guys as much as possible, but then I realize that they are medium swords at tier 5. So I'm just gonna shit all over them. Because when you're in the forest with gladiators, the unit by itself will beat medium infantry in most cases, well, medium and heavy infantry in most cases. Because you still have dodge, and it's fucking amazing. It's like a little mini Oath. And yeah, so you don't need any real commander abilities. Another thing that's important to remember is you can't take ranged damage. So what happens when you get the enemy very low is disengage some of your fucking units and start chasing down that range. Because if they just get to shoot at you 24/7, you are fucking dead. Luckily, you do have a lot of speed to chase them down, because you have the chase ability, and you have quick march, and you have a very long charge. And then I see this fucking Cav in here, and this is some easy pickings right here, bro. Hey bro, you see this fucking Cav? Easy pickings, bro. Fucking easy as shit. I don't know what he thought. Okay, he might be able to charge, he'll hit for fuck all because he's in the forest. And yeah, he's surrounded by spears, so just a bad idea. And the other thing you have to consider is fucking tier 6 archers, and when they shoot in the forest, either if they are in the forest or your own units are in the forest, they are usually hitting for armor pen damage. So 5 or 6 damage. So you can basically fucking ignore them until you come out of the forest area. But once you start facing those tier 9 slingers, those tier 8 archers, those tier 10 archers, etc, 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 they become much more of a priority for you guys to kill. Especially since they do have focus fire and they can shoot into combat, dealing not armor pen damage but actual fucking damage. And when I'm chasing ranged units, I just like to keep march and chase on 24/7 because yeah, it reduces your defenses by a shit ton, but that doesn't really matter because they are fucking archers, etc. You just need to catch them and they will die. Now there is a big break in the game as we just slowly cap them, so I'll just explain a few weaknesses of Scipio with Glads. One weakness is you have to be aggressive as fuck, because if you just stay in one spot, if you don't just keep moving forward, Sinan or someone is going to spot you and put hunt on you, etc, and then shoot the fuck out of you. So to counter that, you have to use your massive speed to keep moving forward, which can put you in a situation where you get ambushed. Luckily you do have Oath, you do have Dodge, so even when you get totally outnumbered and totally shat on, you usually end up with about 3k. Because once you actually engage in that combat, even with half your health, you're in a pretty sweet situation where you can deal out that massive damage. And now let's look at what happens when you get spotted and you try to run away and hide. So you get spotted by Cav, they put hunt on you, and then the 2 archers he has, or 2 slingers, start shooting the fuck out of you. Now you could move forward and then they have to retreat because you are quicker and you will catch those ranged units, or you can run away and die. And remember, Glaz with Scipio can do amazingly well in the open ground. The only reason that you don't really want to go into the open ground is you will take a lot of ranged damage, but if they retreat and try to bait you into the open to fight heavy infantry, just take that fight. Because you have that much melee defense, you will still do a bunch of damage to those heavies. Even if it's Scipio heavies, because this unit has so much more melee defense than heavy units usually do. I think any heavy unit. Apart from Royal Spartans, who I'm pretty sure have 80 vanilla, like without upgrades. They might even have higher, but that's the Greek side. Now in this video I have my allies supporting me. The barbarians are at the front because they have the scout ability, so they can spot the enemy much better than I can. And now you can see these heavy cav up in this area. But this is our area, motherfucker. This is fucking light terrain. He can't do shit unless we let him. Unless we walk out there and let him charge us. He can't do fucking anything, so ignore that cunt. But now I understand why his name is Bad and Mad, because he chooses the wrong deployment areas. This is not a good place for heavy cav to try and fight. Yeah, you can try to run around the back of our base or something like that, but it looks like he's actually going to try and fight in this area. So we start getting shot down. But the important thing is, and this guy is a fucking brilliant gun as well, is just keep moving forward. Don't retreat because you get shot at. Fuck that. Just go in. Look, and they're already routed. And then this is why you can't play heavy cav in this area. So he just tried to charge, and that would usually be a good charge. But when he hit the forest, it slowed his units down that fucking much, it hits for 0 damage. Hits for fuck all. And now he's routed. Because I can outmaneuver heavy cav in the forest area. And this is a situation where Scipio shines, because Warcry is an AoE ability that lowers morale and lowers their defenses. So look how many fucking enemies there are. And I'm just AoEing the shit out of all of them. And the interesting thing is they actually have Scipio Glads as well, but they fuck up because they just click straight past a tier 5 unit, tier 7 barbarian unit, and run through him, just killing himself. Just a bad play. You know, you clicked past a fucking unit that deals a shit ton of damage. You're going to lose that many guys by doing that. What he could have simply done is surround that barbarian unit, pop a few war cries, it's dead, and then help your allies and surround more people. They could have easily won this fight. And another thing about the enemy's little fucking try here is they have heavy infantry in the forest area. I'm not sure, because all these people fucking complain, oh, I lose to this, I lose to that. That's way too overpowered. And then they're fighting in the wrong fucking terrain, and you're just thinking, that unit's actually pretty good, but you just decided to fucking fight light infantry in the forest area. Or, that light infantry is pretty good, but you ran to the road to fight heavy infantry. There's just some fucking... oh, look at that charge. And that is the problem with March. You march and then it fucks your charges up all the time. You know, so I don't even bother charging this time. I'm just going to engage normally. But back to fighting on the wrong terrain. So I had medium foot companions. I had foot companions with Leo. A really fucking strong combo. And then this guy had tier 9 or tier 10, I'm pretty sure it's tier 9 swords. And he just saw tier 7 and thought, I'm walking into the forest and I'm going to win. And then I fucking smashed the shit out of this cunt. He ended up with 800 points and I killed all 3 of his units. And then he says, spears are overpowered. Well, yeah, they might be, but you're also fighting them in the fucking forest area. That is the dumbest shit. So you can't just blame the units when you're fucking retarded. And that's one thing people get wrong about getting higher tier units. A lot of people think, if I had those higher tier units, I would smash you, I'll smash you, bro. But in reality, they wouldn't, because they still blob up their units. They still fight in the wrong terrain. And yeah, it's just a, like sometimes, yeah, they could have won if they had better units. But most of the time, they just fucked up. It's as simple as that. You know, you could beat them, you could beat tier 9 swords, heavy swords in the forest, probably with tier 4 barbs. You know, just don't fucking fight there. So that's basically the end of the battle. We just surround these guys and kill them because we have so much more numbers than them. And on a side note, what do you guys think about this Germanicus nerf? Because I think they overdid it a tad. They always do it. There's a bit of an over nerf. Bit too much of a fucking nerf. In my honest opinion, I think after they removed color traps from heavy infantry, all they really had to do was nerf the missile block on Testudo, etc. and keep Vengeance as it was. But now, yeah, Germs to me is a catapult commander because catapults do well with anyone. And the reason I say they should nerf Testudo is I think that's the reason why they thought they should nerf Vengeance, because not only does he block so much range damage, he also has a great melee ability. But I would rather have a slightly worse Testudo, like a bit worse, like I take some damage from range, than just being shit in melee. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and thumbs up. Until next time, enjoy your gaming. And in the next video, we will be covering foot companions with the strongest fucking commander around, Leonidas.